Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one.
15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Making the adjustment. Moore. Between the hashes, it's Moore. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. Moore from the gun on third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And man, those sting, man. Third down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Second and long here. Simmons. Finds his tight end. Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play there.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think. Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 50, the 30, the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Fights off a defender. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
Here we go. Ready?
Dante Moore. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Fires to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
They'll give it to Hardy. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Hardy. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
From the gun, give to Hardy. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throwing Simmons. Keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to let one go back to the middle. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Running inside, it's Davison. Turning it on! Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Moore. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The Ducks come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set.
Booster. Sweep. Ready, go.
4th down, Moore. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Middle of the end zone, he's got it. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Bringing it out. Makes a move. He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and a really nice job to set up this offense with good field position. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Fires to the tight end. Powers through the defender. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
On the draw, it's Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Complete downfield. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to run, it's Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Might as well run him again. Could be an alley. And with that, he's got him set up with a 1st and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Here's Hardy. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them.
Number 19 sets a kickoff.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's changing the play. Throwing more. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Left side is Lee. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Here's Simmons to throw. Extending the play. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The give to Hardy. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking left. Got his man downfield. All out of space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Tough run here. It's Hardy. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Still looking. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
saying tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
And right down the middle. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 3 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Gators getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. They now move to 9-0 on the season, one of the best starts in the history of the program. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Long way to go on second down. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Moore to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. All the way across the 50 into plus territory. Stopped at the 43.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Moore. Look out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37.
Here we go. Ready, go, go.
using his feet. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Hands it off. Here's a little room there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And here's the return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They go play action with Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Lee. Taken down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Simmons to throw for it on fourth. And here's the third interception of the night. Trying to take it back. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulls it. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Keeps it on the ground. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to put points on the board with a field goal to start this 4th quarter. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense ready to go to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Turns it upfield.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Moving out to the right. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Blasted as he lets it go. Got him downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Simmons. Rushes on. Unloads in the nick of time.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Hubs it downfield. In traffic, it's Hardy. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Again, it's Simmons. Right side, it's Hardy. Makes the grab in their space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Ducks signal for their 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Throwing Simmons. Going for 6. Touchdown Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They put the brakes on him.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback changing the play. Dante Moore. They're all over it. Just gets rid of that one.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He slings it deep to the left. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Here comes the heat. Good job just to get rid of that one.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Here's Simmons to throw. Going deep. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
1st and 10 for the offense. Scanning the field is Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Lee. Off and running. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moore. Hard running there. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. He's past the sticks. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Moore. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Third and long right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Left side, it's Stewart. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Ducks will go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. On to attempt the try. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Simmons fired. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. That's the way defenses love to finish off a game. Force a turnover. Leave no doubt. Take away all hope. And they're going to get the W. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.